you think things are going well for you in the hospital?
Pretty much. Nothing outstanding.
How about telling me a little bit about the current problem that you have?
At home?
Or what brings you to the hospital now?
Oh, well, first our family life sort of depressed me. And there's no real place you can start and say this is the reason I'm here. I had and still have fantasies that I'm aware of now and I can cope with a lot better than I could. And well, these are, when I first came in, were extremely vivid fantasies. They seem real to me now. They're not so real anymore.
Can you tell me about the fantasies?
Yeah, well, basically, they were the color gray. And whenever I was faced with a dilemma, I'd lapse into this sort of a gray dream, and which was accompanied with passing out, and then I'd hear voices while I was passed out. The voices didn't resemble anyone I'd ever known before's voice. And they would speak to me and tell me different things. Like, they tell me to keep believing in them. Their way of doing things, that escaping through this was right. When I got up here, it seemed sort of ridiculous to keep referring to them, keep going back to them. They got violent for about a week. I wouldn't be able to control what I was doing for 5 or 10 minutes at a time. And then I came out of this, and I was completely away from my had in gray images for a good 2 or 3 weeks now. Still, basically, my problem is sexual-wise. It's given me a lot of problems, and it's frustrated me a great deal.
Does this continue to bother you at this point?
No, it still does.
Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, since I was about the 7th grade, I never was extremely comfortable around girls, and more so around with my same sex. And it developed into sort of a bisexual arrangement. And where I was comfortable with both sexes, and I had relations with both sexes. And this still irritated and bothered me a great deal. There was a great amount of guilt involved. And one time, one of the boys I had relations with decided that he hadn't done so much on his part to provoke the incident. And he went around and told a couple of people about it. And I was branded pretty much as homosexual. And then, well, it seemed like half the school knew about it because I was constantly poked out and irritated.